Born without tear ducts. That might have been somebody laughing. Because we're all trapped inside.
Oh my god, I was muted that whole time.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna
hello,
take you out and I'm gonna do it differently. Gotta love that public domain music, right guys? Thank you all for tuning in to Plus Time, a live stream comedy show to get us all through this. I'm your host, Jameson Rogers, and as always, I'm here to remind you that even though things suck right now, there's at least a possibility that it won't always suck. They say comedy is just tragedy plus time. We're in the midst of a global tragedy right now, but if we keep moving forward and keep using all of this extra time to create things, we can look back on this one day and laugh. Getting us started off right is my co-host of like 17 weeks and my brother of 27 years, Drew Rogers, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Take two. That was fun.
That was good.
How you doing,
yeah,
dude?
that was much more confident if I could hear it. So
right. Yeah, no, when I was just like mumbling to myself, that wasn't working.
Is this the intro or is this just you like rambling, like doing like a grocery list or something?
Yeah, I was just reading a grocery list. That's true. Drew,
so, man.
Hanging out, relaxing and whatnot.
Good to see you.
Yeah, back at you, bud. You got a haircut.
I did it myself.
Yeah,
it's
drastic.
When you have a mental breakdown, it tends to happen. So,
yeah. Do you want to talk about that at all? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine too. I've been thinking about if I was going to or not, and I feel like it's probably good too.
Now I feel like I backed you into a corner by asking you that. You want to talk about it? But now it's like people know you have something to talk about. But go on.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about being back in your corner.
Okay.
Anyways, so for those of you who aren't aware, I'm epileptic, and not this past Friday, but the Friday before that, I don't know the date specifically. Anyways, I had several bad seizures to where I was induced into a coma, and things were pretty rough for a while. Obviously, I mean,
yep.
But my family's awesome, and I've got some really awesome friends, and I've been home since Tuesday of last week and just moving on.
Yep.
All you can do. It's so weird though. Like I was drawing a picture like for a transition. I do all the transitions in the show.
Right.
And I like, Jameson.
Yeah.
I do all the transitions.
Drew makes all the transitions for the show. We
but
usually
I was
like to say something about that. I forget.
Yeah, I was drawing one earlier today, and I got really like vivid deja vu. And shortly after, I had a seizure. So I was like, "Damn!" It's the first one that I've had since I've been home, but it wasn't a bad one, and just about moving on. So
yeah,
at some point in time, I'd like to set up a thing where instead of like putting like my Venmo or anything, it's like we like donate to like the epilepsy for America.
And stuff.
Yeah, it's
a good idea.
I don't need anything. So
because I hear you, and I want to know why your brain does that to you anyway. So like
I would like to know that as well.
And in other news, I got glasses.
You did.
So yeah,
so we're both
impaired. That's because I figured like I have the goatee. I've been committing to the goatee for like 12 years now, so I won't stop until every orifice on my body has a frame around it.
That's horrifying.
I know.
Horrifying image.
I know. I thought of that like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, I'm just gonna say that at Drew and see how uncomfortable he gets.
It says the orifice line on your like wall now, like as like a reminder. It's like a post-it.
Yeah. And that's all it says is just orifice, which
Orifice.
is probably an issue on my part. Like, I probably could have been clearer about that note. And if you guys can hear that, that's my sister Caitlin laughing. I hope she's laughing at us, but it could go either way.
They're watching an old one and laughing.
Are they really? It's Inception, guys. Plus time.
Yeah, they could be laughing at us or with us. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
laughing at past us.
Oh, they were laughing at my hair from a past episode. I had a lot of hair, yeah.
You had a lot of hair.
And
like
I didn't know how much was there, but I was just like, fuck it, I'll just let it grow until I get bored with it. And then they put like a bunch of like
that's what I'm doing.
Sticky situation bullshit all over your hair.
Right,
so, like,
whenever you get like an EEG.
The day after I got out of the seizure, like I was like, this is fine. Like I kept washing it, like shortly after I got out and whatever. But I went for a walk with my dog Dean. For those of you who are not aware of my dog, his name is Dean. He's cool. Anyways, I like did this, and then my hand got stuck, and it got stuck for a while. So I was like, all right. I was like, it's all coming out now. I don't care. All the way down.
I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. But that's just me. I have thin hair, and I feel like if I shaved it all down, it just wouldn't come back at all.
Come back, yeah.
It'd just be like 3 places that I had like Homer Simpson, sections on my head.
Like just like a weird Batman villain.
Yeah. So, Drew, you want to get to our first segment?
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So, yes, this is a segment that we do every week, and it's called Dirty Bumpin'. If you've seen my stand-up at all, then you know what that's about. But basically, when we were kids, our mom used to take us out a couple times a week. Our mom, our grandma, our aunts, everybody would take us out a couple times a week, just digging through garbage and alleyways and stuff. And we called it
Dirty Bumpin'.
Dirty Bumpin'.
Because your trash ain't safe with us.
It's not at all. And so what we like to do on the show is highlight some of the things that we dirty bumped, some of the things that we found in the trash that we found great value in. This week we actually have another guest dirty bump from my lovely girlfriend, Anna Kopakova, so she's coming on over here.
Put your hand.
Put your hands for Anna. Sorry, you can't hear it.
Hi, Anna.
I can't really. That's okay. That's okay.
Drew says hi.
Hi, Drew.
Drew says
Hi.
I got a headphone situation. It's a whole thing.
All right, you're just going to have to translate.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to sit down. Okay, so do I just talk?
Yeah, just go ahead and show them your dirty bump.
Okay, so the dirty bump of the week is this suitcase. It's a tiny little suitcase.
It's for a baby's suit.
And it's, here, I'll show you the inside. When I taught, I used to make this an activity where my foreign language students had to guess what was inside only by shaking it. And my favorite part was the horror on their face when my iPhone that stopped working came out of the box at the end of the lesson, like, ha ha, tricked you. I mean, it's just dead anyway. The point is that I really, first of all, I came with this dirty bump to the adjudication table. I didn't know whether it was actually a dirty bump. I had to ask the Rogers brothers. I used to work at Hargret, which was the archives at UGA. There's a cat behind me. And I used to work with a whole bunch of collections. Like people die, donate their shit. And sometimes they come in silly things, like rather than like cardboard boxes, sometimes they come in tiny suitcases. Well, archives can't keep those tiny suitcases. So they're like, hey, student interns, you want to take it? So I did. But the most interesting part was that
I didn't
this
hear you for a
suitcase belonged to a man named Freddie Whittop. And he was a costume designer in the before times. In the late before times. He did many costumes, but here are some examples. If you've ever been in our house, you've seen maybe one or two illustrations of these. This is for Hello Dolly. And so I spent one summer with like 100-degree heat outside and 60-degree archive heat inside, just going through thousands and thousands of these, and I really, really love them. And I think it's really cool that that I maybe never saw his costume mock-ups. Like, I never would have in actual life, but because I now have this thing, I get to tell a whole bunch of people about it, and now everyone that's watching has also seen this guy's cool art, which is really exciting.
What's his name again?
Freddie Whittop.
That
Freddie
is awesome.
Whittop.
Yeah. I'll leave a comment. Oh, I'm talking in my own ear.
That's really cool.
Okay.
Did it just loop around?
Yeah, it did.
I was
Bye,
watching it
everyone.
across the room.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Bye. Nice to see you.
Oh yeah, so that's a fun one. That is a it's one of the older, more classier Dirty Bumps that we've had, I think, on the show so far. I mean, it depends on who you ask, you know.
You keep your pinkies up as you load the garbage into your backseat.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get to our second segment, Drew?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're doing segments, you guys.
We're doing
just
it.
gonna
We're
keep on
moving.
doing all
We're
these
plowing
segments.
through this show.
So this is one. This is one that we started a couple weeks ago, and I think the name kind of speaks for itself, honestly. Yep. Some bullshit we bought on purpose. So what do we have so far? So, like, the first one we did, we had, I bought the robot from Rocky IV. And then you had a Captain America shield. And then last week I brought my Boba Fett helmet. So what do you got for us, Drew?
This time I have some shit that I bought on purpose. They're Funko Pop like figurines. And after the last, when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, I was like, this is the perfect Spider-Man movie. I love every moment of it. And so, like, I found this little motherfucker in the store for way too much, and I bought him. Or, like, I was standing in line to buy him. And then
I want to know how much.
Then I saw his little friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I gotta have him too.
So you got those two as a package deal?
Yes, I did.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then I also wanted to come on and show our brother-in-law for Christmas one year made me this, which...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, check this out.
You know, first of all, it's already dope. I mean, already.
Absolutely. But if you're a Marvel fan... It's an arc reactor, like the one on Iron Man's chest and whatnot. That's pretty cool, and it glows. That's badass.
Yeah.
So technically, you didn't buy it or find it in the trash, but
no,
we threw it on the show anyway.
No, he finagled it together, so it totally.
Yeah. We just, you know what? We need just a segment for every way that there is to get your stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, this is dumb.
All right, before we move on to our first guest, we have like another segment that we just like want to introduce. This is something that we'd like to do for the future. I'll explain it a little bit more in detail after we play this, which is just a dumb credit sequence that I made for really no reason. Other than to explain this concept. So yeah, the name of that segment is Whose Neighborhood Is This? Because what's going to happen basically is Drew and I are going to compete every week. And we know it's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. We know that because we're both Rogers. So we just need to figure out which one of us Rogerses own this neighborhood for the week, right? So what we're asking you to do is, like, people who are watching right now, all 7 or 5 or 6 or 5 or 7 of you. It just went up and down a bunch of times. But all of you, just like, if you have any suggestions for different challenges that Drew and I could do, we'll be doing those, and we'd really like to do it for, like, the Epilepsy Foundation or whatever the correct organization is. We'll do some research in the meantime, and so, like, basically, if you want to, like,
we'll toss money
or something, I don't know. Like, it would be awesome. It would be nice because, like I said, I want to know what's going on in this kid's brain because he doesn't know. He don't know. He doesn't know. Right? You froze up, Drew, but that's fine because we're gonna go ahead and move on to our first guest of the day. You're not frozen anymore. Good. Okay. So first guest of the day. This is somebody who was actually on our first episode. And now he's coming back because he doesn't have better things to do, and neither do we. He's one of my favorite people. Just a very funny comic and just a good guy. Put your hands, as we like to say on this show, for Brandon Gerber.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, buddy.
This is the worst Make-A-Wish thing I've ever seen. Sorry about that, Drew.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Got John Cena booked up.
Yeah, John Cena was all booked up with all the other make wishes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
To make.
With all the other wishes to make.
What was I going to ask? Sorry.
I'm damn thing.
So, first of all, Brandon, what have you been up to since the last time you were on this show?
Oh, since the last time I did panel here, I have been fishing a lot. This is basically what I've been doing.
Oh, really?
Like, out of all the things I could be doing, like, I mean, I definitely sit around and don't do a lot of things most of the time, if not exclusively. I have recently started fishing again. I used to fish growing up all the time from where I grew up. Then I moved down to Columbus. I just kind of stopped doing it. I wasn't by the lake anymore. So, and I just got back for this past weekend from fishing on the lake and up at my buddy's place and doing some catfishing and stuff. But yeah.
And you weren't like actually catfishing. You were just on the internet trying to get people
right.
To
yes. That's Tashandra from Toledo was my name.
But still dressed as a fisherman because you're an honest catfisher.
An honest catfisher.
But
exactly.
But do you want to really kick this little wild hair up my ass off was that we were watching Netflix and the show Alone. We got really into the show Alone. Have you seen that?
No. What is that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a really great reality show. It's probably up there with Wife Swap, 60 Days In, 90 Day Fiance as far as reality shows.
Right.
People get dropped off in these remote areas, like these survivalists, and they had to film their own stay. They literally they can bring 10 things from a checklist, and that's it. And they have to get the food, water, all that other stuff just by hand by bushcrafting, and they film it all themselves. And they don't know who's still left or whatever. They're just out there trying to survive. And season 6 is on Netflix, and then 1 and 2 is on Amazon Prime, and then the rest are on Hulu. For those who want to check it out, and it's live on.
That's so weird.
It's an amazing
split it up. No, I believe it. No, yeah, that sounds nice.
This entire thing's been dictated by Netflix, though. We were watching another reality show about people building their own cars. Like, we should go to a racetrack and go watch a race sometime. So, my life's just been dictated by whatever I'm binging.
What's that show?
Fastest Car. It's pretty awesome. It's what it is that it's these people that build sleeper cars. So, like, usually like some type of ex-con or somebody that has some type of sad story, and then they build these cars. It's amazing. They build like a Ford Taurus to race against a Lamborghini. So it's like 5 regular cars, sleeper cars, and then against like a supercar or whatever. And then
so
they have
roll up to a light and you're like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And they're like, "I don't give a shit," and then they just take off.
That's exactly what it's like, actually.
Like,
And
yeah,
embrace it
idea.
again. But there are people like that, which is hilarious.
Supercar.
No idea what you said, Drew.
But what I love
Well-
about this show is that, like, there are amazing work ethic and amazing people that do it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have those douchebags that do things like they're Vin Diesel and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
inherently in this type of, like, drag racing and stuff, there's so much, like, bravado and bullshit that, like, there's some episodes you're like, wow, I hate every single one of these people. I don't care if this person is, like, half paralyzed and they did this.
Yeah.
Like, you're such an asshole, which is hilarious that, like, people
Not
that
a-
are douches can just, like, transcend it. But it's a great show.
Not a single person that doesn't have a Paul Walker tattoo.
Yeah. I mean, there are some nice people. There's some other people. It's like, dude, I knew this guy in high school. He's, like, such a tool and
Yeah.
stuff. But,
Well, that's the thing about reality shows. They're going to show it all, right?
yeah, potentially. I stay away from the
That's true.
descriptive ones like Bachelor and stuff.
I can't do any of it, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
Drew.
I just Drew dropped out. He'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah, I can't deal with any of that stuff. I just can't do reality shows at all. I can barely do game shows anymore.
This is my cutoff for the reality show. It's like, are these people so messed up that it would be impossible to write them as a character? Because if you did, you're wasting your talents, and you should go write the greatest movie of all time, like Hence 90 Day Fiance, Wife Swap, shows like that. Is that, like, if you're able to actually create people this realistic and this authentic, then yeah, you're wasting your talent. It's impossible. I'm out of focus.
I noticed that.
Why? What's going on with you? I mean, you're doing this
I
still.
don't know, man. Now it's fine. It's weird.
What
You
were
have
you
a
trying to
camera?
ask me about, like, some kind of nut or something? There was like some.
We'll get there. We'll get
Okay,
to the nuts
we'll
and
get
stuff.
to the nuts.
I'm sure.
I
We'll
saw
get
saw
to
this said the spookiest episode, and it's just like, it's kind of like Halloween candy. It's like fucking.
Yeah, it's
August.
just because it was episode 13, so I was just like,
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
know. It's a,
I used
it's
to
a
work in
lazy
surgery unit.
naming convention. You know, you used to work where?
I used to work in a surgery unit, and they don't have number 13 OR room or operating room. Sorry, OR slang out there. OR means operating room people.
Hold on, Drew has disappeared.
Oh,
He
you have.
has messaged me about it. Yeah, let's ask a question. Do you want to go ahead and do the nut one? Yeah, fuck it. We'll do the nut one. What's your favorite nut, Brandon?
My favorite nut.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate this question first and foremost.
You
probably
requested
nut,
I ask it,
personally,
but that's
I
fine.
do like cashews, but peanut actually has the word nut in it. Also, much more versatile. I feel like I use peanut butter so much more.
Peanut butter, yeah.
Well,
Dude, there are
Internet
other nut
connection,
butters,
huh,
too.
y'all?
Right? Almond butter, I've just recently discovered. It's pretty solid. Not peanut butter level.
Yeah, but there's something about, like, I've done almond butter and I've done that stuff. It's not even. If for some reason it feels like it takes almost more effort to get it, even though it's just maybe a few items down.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I go away because I don't like it. It's like, oh, I'll just grab peanut butter.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I don't think it's even that it's not that accessible. It's just that, like, you feel like an asshole. It's like peanut butter, you grab it, it's just like, yeah, that's fine. You grab like
Yeah.
almond butter, and people are like, who do you think you are?
You
Yeah.
turn like, these are made of almonds.
Yeah.
And it's just like to random people in the aisle, like, excuse me, you know that these are made of almonds?
I got a question. What's
Yeah,
up
hit
with the apple butter then, right? Because all these
What's-
butters are made from nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Apple get the nerve?
Well,
Good
he
question.
owed someone some
how does
money
Apple turn into butter?
and took an unfortunate turn.
Does
That is
anybody
true.
know? Does anybody know how they make apple butter? It's not a nut.
Apple owed a nut some money, and so he worked it out of him in a way that you don't want to know, and that's how
I'm
they
pretty
make it.
sure
That doesn't sound
an
true.
apple's a nut. Yeah.
I know that for a fact. I am a almond
Nut.
butter
Scientist.
scientist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's strange. There's no other butter that's not a nut, but you have right.
What
There's
about butter, bro?
butter's cheese?
Butter's
But,
cheese?
but that's not a peanut butter. Yeah,
Yeah.
almond butter. Okay, Maybe it's just the process, but I mean, when you eat apple butter, you're not like, oh, this tastes like apple. That's applesauce, dog. Apple butter.
Applesauce and apple butter are two different species.
But it's
bro.
made by the same way. Is what I'm trying to say.
Is it? Yeah,
some
you just
bullshit.
smash apples, and one has more cinnamon in it. I think.
But what you're saying though is that like the texture of it is not even close to what apple butter is or what peanut butter is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's more of a jam situation.
But it's definitely a conspiracy that I'm into at this point.
I'm into it. I was telling you earlier that like yesterday, Anna and I went out for a run, and we ran past your house, and then I just like screamed like an old grandmother, like Brandon.
What time?
Brandon. I don't know, what time was that, Anna?
All the times.
She says it was 6:30.
I was taking Nico. No, I wasn't. I was making. I was frying up perch. I
Nice.
caught in Lake Erie. Actually, a little home fish fry, little beer batter there.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Oh, I breaded my own chicken strips today, so So I get it. I get that kind of like
except I caught
cooking ambitions or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Yeah, I mean, I could have caught
This
that
like
chicken.
big ass breakfast
Sure,
hash this
sorry,
morning that had tomatoes and onions and jalapeno and tomato and spinach and just a tiny bit of garlic. Oh man, it's fucking tasty.
Dude, that sounds so good. I'm gonna eat more of these pistachios.
Is that a cutting board behind you right there? Or is that like a frat paddle, Drew?
It's like a pizza paddle.
Okay, it's a pizza paddle. I got it. Yeah. Is that from?
And then
Well,
that's from one of the episodes of Plus Time from the 28th.
Yeah?
What's significant about that paddle?
Can you show that one or the picture?
It grants wishes.
Drew just likes pizza.
Did you like
Like,
make a pizza one
you know.
time? He's like, I'm going to retire the paddle.
Pizza paraphernalia. Let's see what we got there. Out of curiosity.
Let's see.
Dumb Bitches in Love. I don't remember what that was about. That is a bag of blood, as I recall.
Someone
Right.
being handed it Rambo gnat or fly.
I think it was a gnat, yeah.
That duck looks rather proud of himself. I don't know what
Yeah.
that's about, but
Yeah.
and then just a dead person. I don't remember who the dead person was supposed to be.
I don't know.
but-
Yeah. We've got to watch that episode again and be like, try to make some sense out of these.
Like,
Yeah, he's
that-
had a
I'll
Drew
wait for
draws
the
those.
DVD to come out.
What's that?
So I'll wait for the DVD
Yeah.
so I can get the commentary.
I'm taking the glasses off, guys. I can't do it. I'm still getting used to them. You know what I learned, too,
Few
about
glasses
glasses?
before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I learned about glasses, too? Like, having had them for, like, a week now, is that they're just never clean. Like, I tried so
ever.
hard.
I tell you what, it's the worst insult I ever got was I was playing beer pong, and we were being these girls or whatever, and I mean I was like I think I was like turning 30. I think it was the 30th or something. I was like 30 or whatever,
Yeah.
and this girl goes, "Yeah, well your glasses are dirty," and it was like I still think about that shit today. It was like the most real
Them
insult
is
I've had, where it's just like that's just like such a like you're so disgusting. Like you're such a you just can't even clean your glasses. Like I remember she said that, and it was like this thing where I'm like, people can tell how dirty your glasses are. I'm like, because it's a lot to keep them clean. It really is, man. I don't even work on it.
I cleaned them like 6 times today, and I was like, "This isn't enough." And so I took the light on the back of my phone, and I like put the light down on the table so I could just like really see any like smudges or whatever. And just,
See,
like,
I'm
I
not
was
wearing
like,
mine because I got the glare. So
you got glare. That's why. That's my excuse.
I feel like I'm in like an early 2000s rap video right now or something.
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm still getting used to it, but they're an impossible to clean. So if anybody has any tips for like how to clean your glasses, just let me know. But in the meantime, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna bring on
Get
our
a cleaner
skills.
face.
Yeah,
Am I
I'm gonna
staying
like
on?
take this break to clean these glasses. You know?
Is my video staying on? Am I staying on? Or am I hopping off?
No, I'll play the video like without us on, and then I'll bring us all back.
Oh, I am coming back though. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I knew that the whole time.
Oh, that's shaky. I don't like that.
Easy. Watch out for
I
Drew.
clicked away.
I know, right?
Sorry, Drew. That was a bad
Don't be a
joke.
dick. Don't be a dick.
Welcome back to the 2020 ASMR Awards. In a moment, we'll take a look at our first prestige award, the Crunchy for Best Off-Screen Food Prep by a male performer. But first, let's take a moment to see who we've lost this year.
I love that. Especially when it gets
All
to
right, I know
yours.
you guys can't hear this, but I definitely just turned off my headphones. So let me see what happens.
Well, that is fun. I
didn't even play the whole
unmuted
video.
myself. I'm just gonna keep up. Keep up. Can you heard me?
Best Off-Screen.
For real. I'm right now. In there. I mean,
Drew, I feel like you've been talking for like 2 minutes, but it was mostly like, you know? I can't.
It keeps the plot moving
Yeah,
forward, though.
for sure. I can't. You definitely have frozen now. So should we just stare at him, or?
Oh, you're the host. What's
I
next?
don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing until I'm drunker than this. Just kidding. All right. Well, you know what we're gonna do, guys? We're gonna move on to our next guest. Oh, Drew's back, right there. I don't know what was happening. I think he had some
technical difficulties
technical difficulties. That'll happen
as
sometimes.
they come.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go on to our next guest. This is just one of my favorite people, like, in the world. Honestly, she's just a ray of sunshine. Just a very funny comic and just a very nice person. Always been very kind to me. Please put your hands, as we like to say on this show, for Becky Brown, everybody. Becky!
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Becky?
I'm great.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. Good. Sitting outside.
That's good. It's hot out today, right? I haven't like opened my front door even today, I don't think.
It's not too bad right now. I'm in the front part. There's been shade after about like 5 o'clock. This part of the house gets shady.
When,
What'd you say, Drew?
Drew's stealing Wi-Fi from a McDonald's in Taiwan or something.
He's on dial-up.
Yeah. I think you're back, Drew. What were you saying? You can't hear.
I don't remember. Let's keep going.
Okay, just keep on moving. Becky, what have you been doing with your time in quarantine or the pandemic or however you want to describe it?
Well, the first half I was homeschooling, and then that ended, which was nice. And then I was spending every day in this horrid little apartment that's like, it was like a basement apartment. So like half of it was underground, and the windows were half size. And so I finally moved out of that into this new apartment, and I love
Like,
it.
I would have loved that.
So we're having more technical difficulties.
Huh?
I think Drew. I love that. He said, I think we're having more technical difficulties. And then my other brother said, yeah, it's plus time. So great. Thanks for the vote of confidence, brothers, family. No. I knew this was going to be a mess when I started doing it, guys. That's the thing. Is I just wanted to talk to people I like. That's all that is.
Hey!
Stand-up is dead. I just had to do whatever I could. But it's not. That's the thing. Stand-up seems to be coming back in some kind of form or whatever. But I am too scared still to take the stage. What about you guys?
Same.
I don't know. I think I may go do that Wednesday, Mike.
Yeah, there's a Wednesday mic nearby now. I've been thinking about it a little bit, but I am not ready. I don't think.
I think if I heard about it, like you can go you can just be in your car or whatever, just wait, wear a mask up to the stage, go up there.
What Wednesday, Mike?
Hmm?
What Wednesday, Mike?
Red Rocks? Rock
Red
Pit? What's that place on Broad Street?
I think Red Rock is the name.
Red
I
Rock.
haven't heard of that.
It's on Broad Street outside 270.
Who Hassan Hancock is hosting, I think, or he always posts about it. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
cool. Yeah,
That
no,
sounds
I've been
cool.
thinking about it. I just don't know. Like, I think it's also I'm just like super gun shy after everything. It's just like I don't know if it's time, and everybody else is like jumping the gun, and I'm like, let's wait and see if they die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope they
It's
don't.
an awful thing because it's all of our friends, right?
Yeah, exactly. But
What's
like
the-
I didn't make them go to the open mic. So like if they die,
I
it's
love
like,
you, guinea pig, but
sorry guys, I tried.
What's the most you guys have done? Like the most rule bending?
I don't know. I've gone to protest several times, but I've always worn a mask.
I socially distanced and then had a beer with my neighbor from
Yeah.
6 feet away.
I've done
That's
that like
tough.
like we have like a probably like an 8-foot porch or something, so we've had people like on the other end of the porch and just had like a nice like social
Yeah.
distance hang before, which is
Yeah.
that's kind of nice, But so
I've
anyway,
stopped
you
using
guys.
condoms. That's about it. No, that's cool. I've done. See, my thing is I've done a little bit here and there, but my rule is I do something, and then I don't do something for like 5 to 7 days, and then I go do something. Like if I'm gonna do something, then I'll do it. But the caveat is that that's it for the next like week or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, because you have to like wait and reset.
Yeah,
and
kind of.
just,
Yeah,
like,
just kind of wait. Like it's just like it's like
You get sick.
yeah.
that's kind of my thing, right? Like wear the
That's
mask.
kind of how I feel. Like
you-
if I'm hanging out with anybody like in person, I like to wait a little while before I do that again. Generally, like I don't always follow that rule very well, but I will mask up real good.
Yeah.
So like we got an anti-masker here. Get them, boys.
Get him, boy.
Not me. I mask up every time. I have like several masks. I think I have
more.
more masks than I have underwear at this point, which is Maybe gross if you know.
I
how
know,
much
but I don't wear them like
masks
underwear.
are.
I wear the same one.
I have an
Yeah.
N95,
Oh,
Oh.
fancy.
Fancy.
the
Yeah.
Cadillac of masks.
Yeah, exactly. You're immune to a bunch of things at this point.
I
Yeah.
haven't been sick all year. It's great.
Nice.
Becky's like, I've been wearing this N95 since fucking November. I don't know what you guys are
You
I'm
talking
not
about.
gonna stop wearing it. That's just how I roll down.
Does anybody here have allergies, like seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get like pollen pretty
You know,
bad.
Becky?
Uh-huh.
Is it bad? Because I am dying recently, and I'm just like sneezing so much. I take my dog to the dog park every day. I'm just like sneezing so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're not fun.
You're like allergies. It's allergies.
I know.
promise.
Well, the crazy thing is at the dog park, I don't know, because it's outside or whatever and stuff,
Mhm.
but like, nobody wears a mask. If I sit down at a bench, I'll put it on. If not, I stand by. But even besides that, like people will sit next to each other. Like nobody wears a mask there. Kind of mind blowing. I thought we were supposed to. But I don't know. I don't know what the rules
Yeah.
are. But I thought you're supposed to.
Who knows what the rules are? But yeah.
But these are like it's kind of like an affluent area, right? It's a dog park.
The air outside keeps it moving, so like there is much less risk than if you were like at an
Inside.
indoor dog park.
Yeah.
Those don't
Do they
exist.
make those? Because they should.
Doggy daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a doggy
Sounds like a
daycare.
real gross place.
Can you
to
imagine
be.
how bad your dog would be if you went to like an indoor dog park and he's like, "What
Right?
the fuck?
Are you ready to
dude?"
go on a run? Yeah. What is this?
Ah, I'm so jealous. Like Brandon and Drew both have like great dogs. Like just fucking the cutest, best dogs there are.
I thought you were gonna say eyes.
All I got is my girlfriend's cats.
Hey, Dino,
I'm not
come
even
here.
a cat guy, but you know, they're good.
Cat. I'm
One of
gonna
them's looking at
dog
me right now like he knows that I said that. There he is. What's up, Tina?
Oh, you pretty. That's what my cat looks like, actually. Like almost exactly, but in cat form.
Prove it, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
She's inside, probably hiding under the bed. I don't know.
No
My
worries.
dog's passed out.
We'll get there someday.
Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi.
What's your dog's name?
His name is Dino Martino.
Hi, Dino Martino.
He said hi. I promise.
He'll hug you too. While Drew was in the hospital, like I was hanging out with the dog, and like at one point in time, he will just like come up to you and just like look at you and just go
Aww.
like full on hug you.
Like it looks like you need this.
Yeah,
That's
he knows. Well, this seems like as good a time as any to add our last guest because I've been really bad at this. Coming up next is our last guest of the night. This is great comic, great actor. This is Drew and I met him several years ago, and you know he's been featured on Last Comic Standing and Jimmy Kimmel Live. Put your hands for Martin Morrow. How's it going?
Hello. Hi. Hey there, gang. How's it going?
Good.
Just
How you
living
doing,
the
man?
impossible dream, my friend.
I'm awesome. Good. That's what I love to hear. I love a good impossible dream. I'm going to get myself a little bit more light here because I'm dark as hell. And here I am. Hello.
What's your
hello.
shirt say?
It says, "Dear police, I am a white woman."
Love it. Love it.
It's amazing.
You gotta go and
Just in case any cops are watching the show. Yeah.
Just in case.
Right. And so they won't be
They're like,
confused.
hold on a second.
Look, this is how I identify, so you can't get upset about it.
You
they're
can't
gonna
do
throw
it.
you in jail. They'll probably give you a false ID charge though.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Maybe.
Those fucking-
Martin, how have you been spending your quarantine times or whatever?
You know, just I got a dog, so playing with my dog, drinking a lot.
A lot of Modelo? You got brand
A lot of
loyalty in that way?
Modelo.
Yeah.
I'm a brand loyal. I used to be a Corona guy,
Mhm.
but Corona in a can.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You know,
Yeah.
you're out here spreading a virus. Get out of here, Corona.
Modelo is a very reliable beer, though. It's just a
Yeah.
good one.
And it doesn't make my teeth feel weird, so that's why I dig it.
Which beers make your teeth feel weird?
All of the buds, the various forms of buds.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I could explain why. But typically any like harder beer makes my teeth feel weird, so I try to avoid those.
Interesting.
Fair.
Yeah. Modelo seems like looser. I don't know like why, but that seems like the right term. It's just looser.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Beer.
it is a loose beer. Yeah.
It's like, man, this is a really loose beer. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
This loose beer just hitting my mouth. That's how you
Oh.
Ah, love it when a beer is nice and loose. You
My
know?
taste buds just went.
So Martin, Drew, and I met you, and we were thinking like before the show we were talking about it. It was 2013 when we met, which is
Yeah.
insane how quickly time goes. But like we were all taking an acting class in Chicago, and Drew and I, like everyone else, I think, were you living in Chicago at the time?
I was, yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Drew and I were busing back and forth once a week from Columbus, Ohio, which isn't like crazy far, but it's
Not
like an
far,
11-hour
but
bus
if
ride.
you're doing it for 8 weeks, then it becomes.
Yeah.
That becomes a thing. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I think like we paid for the class, and then like between like the two of us, the buses going back and forth every week was like maybe 10 times as much as we spent on the class, which is ridiculous. But we had a great time.
That was a good time, yeah.
I also feel like, no, we had a great time.
We would have like a couple hours to dick around in Chicago before our class, and then it's like, okay, let's start walking back towards the bus.
And we did not use that time wisely either. I think we took a cab one time the whole time we were in Chicago.
We went to the same comic book store.
Yes.
Like
that was like
3 times.
the first thing we did, like when we got off the bus, we're like, let's find the comic book store so we'd like just feel comfortable. So we have a base.
And we
You know what I
we
mean?
didn't like find all of the people on like Michigan Avenue until the last night, because we would always like, go like the same way, because it was like the shortest distance to the bus route. And we were like,
exactly.
Let's fuck around and go this way.
Let's just
and
go
it's
a different way.
This is where all the people walk. Oh,
And we had like really good burgers and everything.
There are people that live in this city, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, all you guys saw all the Chicago sites, burgers and comic book stores.
Those are the two things I care about. I go to any place. Those are the two things I want to know about.
Those
matters.
are the only two.
But yeah, we were so excited too. Like this cat is in my lap more than he's ever been, I think. Sorry. Yeah, we had such a fucking great time. And Drew Drew decided, he said, I'm gonna go to Chicago. I had been doing stand up for probably like 5 or 6 years at that point. And then I was just like, yeah, fuck it. Like we'll just go. And that was the maybe to this day still like kind of craziest thing I've ever done, which is pretty low bar. Honestly, but like we had a lot of fun.
It was so fun and just like a little bit stupid, just like enough stupid for people to be like, "Really, you're doing that?"
Yeah,
just a smidge of dumb.
Just enough.
Martin, you're doing? Are you doing like live stand up now? I saw that you were doing like kind of online shows and stuff too. But like, are you like out there now?
Yeah, I just got back from St. George, Utah, where I did a show in a theater. I was the only black person, not only in the theater, but maybe in the town. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been doing a lot of.
That might be the case. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, yeah.
That's their state motto.
Be the only black person. Utah is that?
Utah.
Yeah,
we have Martin today.
We have Martin today.
And if we're lucky, forever.
Yeah, how was that?
It was cool, man. It was a beautiful place. I was a little irritated with the lack of masks that they had, not only in the audience but in the town. Somebody told me they did. So they have like a thing called Our Underground Railroad, which like the premise of it is great because it's about sex trafficking, which sex trafficking sucks. It's a bad thing. Yeah. But it's like, hey, there's already an Underground Railroad, buddy. Can you guys like, I don't know, pick something different?
Oh, they did Our Underground Railroad?
Yeah. Yeah. Or it might be a different, the O might be something else, but it was, the U and the R were Underground Railroad.
Wow.
It should be an airport because Epstein had a plane. Shouldn't be a railroad.
Yeah, that seems really weird to like take ownership of it. Like we made our own. Like that's, yeah. Well, that's good. Like that conceptually, that's like a really good idea, right?
It's called, Operation Underground Railroad.
Operation Underground Railroad. makes sense.
Yes.
And it's just what like kind of highlighting sex trafficking issues and that kind of a thing.
It seems like it. And they had a documentary that was at the theater before I had to do the show there. So,
Yeah.
good mood setter.
Ugh.
But yeah. So, yeah, that was like their main thing.
Now
And
that
then
we've talked about sex trafficking, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Morrow.
Oh, that's
very anti-sex trafficking, Martin Morrow.
yeah.
No, I had a friend who was sex trafficked like years ago.
Oh my god.
And yes, and so like it's the stories that she's told me of like she ran away from home and then basically got kidnapped, and like the posters you see in Walmart and stuff like that of like, hey, this person's missing. That's a lot of the times that's where that comes from. So
Yeah.
it is a very like insane and serious thing that's happening
Yeah.
all
It's
over.
terrifying.
It's
I have
bananas.
a friend who came very close to getting snatched up by an Uber driver pretty recently.
Wow.
As well, yeah, for the same kind of thing. That's
Crazy.
insane. That's just like happening. And also, like we have the Arnold Classic in our town, and that's like one of the biggest. What is it like? The biggest sex trafficking hotspots or whatever they call it, which is terrifying. So like COVID really like blessed us this time, I guess, like
Yeah.
to the
Unless you work
the
for
kids
Wayfair.
there.
Unless,
Yeah. Right. Craziness. All right, you guys ready to get to some really dumb questions?
Let's get to some dumb questions.
Let's just do it.
Dumb questions. We'll start it off. I think we'll start it off with an easy one as soon as I find it. So, okay. Would you give up one of your limbs if you knew it would cure Michael J. Fox?
No. What?
No.
No.
Yes.
100% no.
Okay. Becky, yes. Brandon, no. Martin, no. Drew, I don't remember what you said before, but I'm gonna say
I
yes.
like to ask the question, like, does it cure everybody with that, like, specific
Yeah,
thing,
that's a
or
good
is
question.
it just him? Like,
No,
'cause-
it's just Michael J. Fox, and it's only so he can do a Back to the Future 4, and it's not gonna be very good either. You know,
Is a limb?
what's
is
that?
my pinky? Is my index finger a limb?
That's a good
Or is
question.
it like a
No,
whole
it's not.
arm?
No.
No,
Or
that's
like a
not
whole
bad.
arm or
how
leg.
cured do you
Yeah.
want him to be? Is the
You
real
can-
question.
What's that?
I said, how cured do you want him to be? Is the
Is
right
there? Oh
question.
yeah. Is there like a
Is it
degree
just like
of cure?
a week where he's like, I'll be fine for a week.
I don't know, Drew. How epileptic do you want to be, you nerd?
None, if I could.
Exactly. I'm sure
Zero.
Michael J. Fox doesn't want to have
0%,
Parkinson's.
if that's allowed. Like,
Right. All right. And you do get to choose your limb, Becky. You do.
I would do I would do a foot.
Mhm.
I could like get a little like a wooden
It's got to
foot.
be like a whole leg, though.
It's
Like,
gotta be
I
a
mean,
leg.
you can
A
go
limb
for
is
the
like a
knee down,
leg
maybe.
and or
And
yeah.
the
Where does the
replacement's
limb
gonna be a
start and end
nightmare.
though?
the
On your
whole
head,
leg. I guess the
Joint.
above the thigh.
the ball joint.
Above the thigh. That
Above
seems
the
right.
thigh. I like that.
Like, I could be persuaded into knee, but I'm not ready for
Yeah,
that. So
you-
I'm
you
going to say
just got-
kind of up here. Yeah.
I'm not sure then. I give
All
up
right.
I give up my index finger, and I give
Okay.
up my foot.
Also, I always want to say, kind of a dickhead move on Michael J. Fox to be like, "This is just for me."
Oh, he didn't
Right.
decide
Right.
this. He didn't
If
decide
he-
this. It's this weird kind of like German scientist slash
Don't
wizard.
defend Michael J. Fox. He signed
York
up,
bin Vorgen.
he signed up for this somewhere.
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of backstory.
No, yeah, oh, exactly. It's a rough
Uh,
situation. There's a lot going on there. I'm sure Willem Dafoe is involved somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
Just waiting in the wings.
All right, let's
So,
go.
I've
what?
become just a head, haven't I?
What's that?
I've become just a head, haven't I?
Oh, I don't know.
man.
It depends on how many
Yeah.
people you want to save.
Willem.
All right, here's an easy one.
I think that.
What's your favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Oh,
You want me to what do you say? I got it.
Dr.
Uh,
Pepper.
Hmm.
Water. I drink water a lot.
That's kind of my choice. I think.
I was drinking a lot of Coca-Cola until I got out of the hospital, and then I would just like haven't touched that shit since I got out of the hospital. Like, nope,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna jump to water every single time.
that's
I
good.
did have some nice. It was like a little CBD soda or like sparkling beverage with 20 milligrams of CBD in it. That was tasty.
Mm-hmm. That's
See,
pretty
this
nice.
is tough because I'm gonna go taste or functionality on this. This is a toss up between coffee and Mountain Dew. I'm gonna go Mountain Dew. But and I love it cold Dew. Just gotta go cold Mountain Dew on this one, straight from the can.
Like regular, like just original recipe Mountain Dew.
Regular ass Mountain
We do
Dew.
cane sugar.
The OG Mountain Dew.
The
OGMD.
Oh shit! I gotta draw
Gotta
that.
be moving
It's
first.
pretty crazy now because I treat pop like how I used to think of alcohol of when I was
Yeah.
underage. Like now I get really excited when I go to like a cookout. I'm like, oh fuck, they're gonna have pop there. Because I don't drink it. I never buy it. I'm opportunistic in that sense.
Yeah. The only one
Also-
I'll go on.
I
sorry.
just want to quickly point out, I found out just now that right below the knee and
Mhm.
lower leg or forearm counts as amputation from a friend whose mom had amputations.
Yeah. Hear that, Becky? You can save Michael J. Fox with just a forearm.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
But
Yeah,
you-
I like having arms. I think I would like if it was just below the knee. I could do like the prosthetic and like a little wooden thing.
Yeah.
I could do that.
And then you could say things like "arr," and no one would care, like at all. You could buy a parrot that just sits on your shoulder all the time, and and everybody was just like, "That's just her aesthetic. That's just what she does."
Who would ever want that? Because there's just a bird shitting on your shoulder all the time.
That's true. They never address
All
that.
the time.
Great observation. They never show that.
Not a good conversationalist.
No.
A lot happening.
No, terrible.
Good conversation piece for sure. Like, hey, why are you letting that bird shit on your shoulder?
Or you just need to get like a little like the burp rags that you have for babies, and then just drape that over your shoulder, and then you got it covered.
That would be a great in like movies. I wish they did that more where they made it like if there was like a pirate in a movie and he'd be talking like this and then the parrot would just randomly interrupt like a lot. And then you have to kind of like work through it. It's like fuck, he just keeps interrupting too.
Yeah.
Like this parrot knows its time and place when to jump into conversations apparently, whenever it's in a movie.
Yeah. You ever see that movie Polly, where it's about like a parrot who's like a mobster or something? I don't know. What I'm fucking saying.
What?
What?
I gotta pull this up. Hold on a second.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah, no, like I've heard of it, and I remember. And I feel like I could be
No
wrong, but I'm
Dustin
pretty
Chuck
sure that Jay Moore is the voice of the fucking parrot too.
That makes it worse.
I
Now
know it
At
definitely.
first, I
makes
didn't want to
worse.
see it. Now I definitely don't want to see it.
That's terrible. Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't think it doesn't seem like he's credited here, but I feel like I saw a trailer and it was like, yeah, that's definitely Jay Moore. So that's the wrong button.
It's a pretty big accusation you're throwing against Jay Moore.
Jay Moore, did you do the voice of a parrot or something?
I mean, he's a great impressionist, so.
All right, so there we go. So Polly, a talking parrot, recounts his travels looking for his original owner to a Russian janitor who helps him to the end of his journey, which honestly is a great transition into our next question, which is, what sound does this Russian letter make? And we're going to start with this one.
Ooh, ooh.
What you got? What you got, Horseshack?
Was that not accurate with ooh, ooh?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were just doing a Horseshack from Welcome Back Kotter impression. No, yeah.
No.
It's actually, it's an F, apparently.
You didn't
For
give
fog.
anybody else a chance.
You didn't give anyone else a chance.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I took
Do
one
another
answer.
one.
We have so
Find
many
another
cards,
Russian
guys. We'll do another one. Okay, what sound does
Good.
this Russian letter make? Okay.
I can't see it.
R.
Papi.
Okay. Guesses are R and P.
Wait,
Actually-
I want to guess. I want to guess.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Wait, now he's extra guess? I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, go.
Go ahead, Martin.
Fuff.
Wow. No. It's. I've been told it's R, like gracias. It's a R in there. So there you go. So there's that. Okay, we'll do another one. Let's do another one. Okay, so this one's confusing because I don't. What is this? What sound does this Russian letter make?
E backwards. Ah!
Can you pronounce the E backwards, please?
Wow.
Ah! Turns out it's just E. It's just an E. Yeah. For energy. So
That's tricky.
we've done those ones. All right.
And now we're
This is-
done with Russia. Moving on.
Okay, here's a tough one. Who would you kill if it meant you could bring back James Gandolfini? I got like that silence to me meant that no one knows who James Gandolfini
No, I
is.
know who James Gandolfini is, but it's just like I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest. A lot of respect, maybe for this guy. I know who he is. I want to cut, but like I've never really seen James Gandolfini in a role. Like I've seen him in a couple of things. I've just seen him in a couple bad movies and stuff. I know he's a great actor. I know he's a good person. All that stuff,
What-
but I never got that connection with James Gandolfini.
All right, what bad movies have you seen him in?
Fuck, I gotta look it up. But it's the one with Brad Pitt, and it's actually
Killing Them Softly. Yeah, I watched that
Yes.
like 2 weeks ago.
Woo! That movie
Sopranos.
terrible.
Not a great movie. What'd you say, Becky?
Sopranos.
Yeah,
Sopranos.
Sopranos. He's amazing in Sopranos.
Yeah,
I
know,
just
but
finished
watched
Sopranos for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, all right.
Oh,
And that's kind of what spawned this question. I was like, he's so good, especially if you watch him in like interviews and stuff. Like he's a very different person.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a nice guy. He
It
wasn't a
seems
nice guy.
nice.
Yeah, he's like a nice dude who like likes people and isn't shitty.
And didn't like exercise. We know.
Yeah, I get it.
I've got like 12. Like, does it have to be another celebrity I'd kill for Gandolfini? Or
No, not at all. You can kill whoever you want. There's
Oh my
no
God.
rules in this. It's not like the Michael J. Fox thing.
okay, and I don't
Yeah.
get, like, this is not me murdering them, but like they just die on a whim, and then Gandolfini rises from the grave.
Right. No, your hands are clean on this. It's just
Oh,
like whatever,
dude. Yeah,
whoever
they
you can
do.
just.
Like you like it's like you wake up
They
one
just-
day and then the news is that person dies. And it's like Gandolfini never died. It's like right.
Perfect.
It's like the time never. He was never dead.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I have like 15 people then. I have like a lot of people.
right.
I'm not going to name them here because
Right, I understand.
You know, yeah,
Just
but
we'll just do initials. I'm just kidding.
just know that
And
Gandolfini will be thriving if this
we'll do
That's
initials.
the thing
and then-
too. It's like that's the additional part of the question. Is like the more people you kill, the stronger James Gandolfini becomes.
20. I have 20 now, actually, as a matter of fact. And I don't even have to know these people. Oh my
Nope,
God.
not
Yeah.
even a little bit.
You just
It can
like-
just be like someone you kind
Hey.
of met one time who stepped on your shoes or something.
Oh boy. Yeah. I got okay, now it's up to like 30. This there's
James
so many.
Gandolfini is gonna be
You're like-
immortal, you
like
guys.
this may not be healthy for me.
I was very upset that COVID didn't do more damage to certain people. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
dude. It's crazy like how many people are just like,
Especially
yeah,
people
I don't
that
care
deny
about
the
this.
science of
And-
everything. It's just
Exactly. It's like I'm not
but
wishing harm
why?
on you, but I want you to learn, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit.
There would be only 12 people from my graduating class still alive. If I
Oh, it's incredible.
this sounds more school shootery than I intended it to.
Oh.
That's not I would never do harm myself, but
Right.
for the
But
for the
you
goal.
know,
Yeah.
But for the good of the
right. For Tony Soprano or whoever you want to think of him as.
Yeah, for the good of the GAN, you know?
Right.
The old the Dolph. The Eenie.
Here's one. This one's very personal to me. This one is very close to my heart. I breaded my own chicken strips today. Are you proud of me?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
How did you bread them?
Yes.
How did I bread them? Thank you. So I dried them out. I put a little salt and pepper on them first. I just went ahead and did that, and then I floured them up real good, and then I put them in some egg, and then I put them in some panko that has some spices and stuff in it, which was like cayenne pepper, a little bit of paprika, a little bit of more pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of onion. You know what I mean? And I put those in there, threw them in some oil on the skillet, and it was pretty solid. Gotta say, right? How was that chicken earlier? Delicious, she says. So,
How much oil do you put in the pan? I've never actually breaded my own chicken before.
It's a good question. I didn't overdo it on the oil. I kind of thought about it for a little while. I thought, maybe I needed to use more oil than I think I need. I didn't, because I just use I use a little bit more oil than I probably would have in different circumstances.
Like an inch in the pan, or like a half inch in the pan, or just like grazing the bottom of the pan. Like, what is the right?
I'd say you said half inch, a little less than half an inch of oil in the pan.
3/4 of an inch.
That's more than half an inch.
Oh.
A quarter. Let's say a third of an inch of oil is what I put in the pan. It was solid. I'm glad to know you're all proud of me. That's pretty good. Let's see. Here's this one. Oh, you know what? This is an old classic for us. Anna, when we first started doing this show, she had this question that she wanted to ask everybody, and it is regarding COVID. Why do you think it's your fault? This is the thing. I think everybody kind of thinks this on a certain level. When some bad things happen, they think what did I do to make this happen? So for me, Anna and I were going to go to Belarus in late April because Anna was born in Belarus. We were going to spend time with her grandparents and everything. I was a little nervous about it. So I feel like it was my fault.
What? I don't want to. Someone else answer this first.
That's fair.
Yeah, Martin's already going off his entire senior class.
Drew, you have a drawing there? Drew, did you have a drawing there? He can't hear me, I don't think. Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't know. Maybe it was my fault. I mean, I was in New York City the week of it. Before I went down, I was spritzing hand sanitizer and stuff, but we weren't wearing a mask. I don't know. Could have been my fault. Really could have been. Could have run it back to Columbus. Probably not. But if it is, that's definitely why.
Yeah, that checks out. Becky?
That's very personal.
Okay.
Can anyone hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Drew.
I don't know.
I don't think he can hear us. Drew, we can hear you.
I think my connection may be bad.
Oh boy, let's see what he does now. All right.
It was fine at the very start when it was just you and I, and then it just slowly was okay, I need a little bit more, and now it's just winded.
Yeah. But you can hear us now, Drew? Who knows? All right. Martin, what about you? Why do you think this is your fault?
I don't know. I feel like I should have visited home more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I would have gone home more, then this wouldn't have happened. Or if I would have I don't know, advocated for something more fucking. Can we cuss on this? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I should have been a better boyfriend 5 years ago, and then maybe that would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole list of things. Yeah, it's probably definitely your fault.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I caused COVID.
What are you gonna do? I'm kind of used to it at this point. Which brings me to another one, if I can find it. We'll do another one in the meantime because this is a classic for us. that we've done several times. Tail or giant ears?
Tail. Cat tail, specifically, because
Yeah.
you can just like, for me at least, I could just like walk around and have it like seductively twitching and like turning and
Yeah. I don't
And, like-
understand cat tails, like, more than any other tails. You know what I mean? Like,
can
dog tails, I get it. It's like there's happiness happening. Monkey tails, they're just like, I'm at the zoo. And, but like cat tails, it's just like, whoa.
And that's why cat tails
functional.
actually communicate
Yeah?
like dog tails only communicate when they're happy. Cat tails communicate every single feeling that they feel if you
What's this
pay
guy?
attention to it.
What's this
It's
guy
like-
telling me?
I can't
He's
see
telling you to fuck off very clearly.
his tail
he
is
needs to-
tail
he's
is still, so I
wrapped
think he's
up.
telling you that he's sleeping. So
He's chilling.
Protect
He's not
I would
sleeping.
go
He's
tail
chilling.
because then you always have a seat.
Yeah.
You know, like lean back on it.
Yeah. You say tail? Drew, I think you've gone on record with giant ears, but I could be wrong. I think you meant
I've
tail.
gone on record.
Drew's
Yeah.
my co-host. He's on every episode. We've done this.
I busted into a courtroom actually just to declare it, and then I left.
Wasn't even
I
a case
want
you had anything to do
giant
with.
ear, because we decided that you can glide short distances.
Right. Yeah.
Place.
You can move a little bit on that.
Giant ears.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
I think I'm going ears this time too. I feel like I mix it up.
Like
What do you
Dumbo.
think, Martin?
That'd be-
Does my tail like allow me to swing from stuff? Or
Yeah.
is it just like hanging? Is there like a nub?
No, it's a whole.
That
tail.
would be
like, do you remember
unfortunate. It's
like
just
I've got to bring this up like once an episode, but do you remember Marsupilami?
No. What is that?
It was a cartoon from, I'll tell you exactly what year, 1993, where this dude had like an infinite tail. He's just like this weird cheetah guy who just had this infinite tail. It just was as long
Oh
as
yeah,
he-
I remember that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
right?
badass. Okay, if I could do that, yeah, I'm all in. For the tail.
Okay. There's no way to score this. So, we all win. Here's kind of a tough one. Chevy Chase.
be the ball.
Dude,
Thing.
do you know what? All things considered, all the crazy shit with Chevy Chase, I love Chevy Chase. He is a old son of a bitch. I'll give him that. He's not a very pleasant or tolerant person, but
That's the thing, is like no one
Yeah.
seems to have pleasant stories about Chevy Chase, but
Everybody
I'm
hates
glad
him.
he's there, He's made some
I
fun
mean,
stuff.
he's just an old white guy at this point, and stuff. But I mean, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Foul Play, that's another good one with him and Goldie Hawn. All right. That one. Becky, how do you feel about Chevy Chase?
Be the ball, be the ball, be the ball, be the ball,
Be
be
the
the ball.
ball.
Be the ball.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's decisive, divisive character. Two people
Yeah.
drop.
I know. I loved him on
Yes,
Community.
Luke said it best. Chevy Chase is a personification of a bummer. That's exactly what it is. You want him to be a good guy because of how good he is at being funny and being an actor, and he just sucks.
Yep.
Are we judging Chevy Chase on a basis of his acting alone, or him as a person as well?
Let's go with acting. Yeah, because I think it's like widely known that he's kind of shitty, but like he's good
But,
and stuff.
but that's
and
part
whatnot.
of it. I feel like it should be the package. I want to hear both.
Okay, yeah, both answers separately.
All right. As a person, terrible. As a comedic actor, great.
But
I agree.
now, do you accept it with both? Like,
What
will
do you
you
mean?
watch National Lampoons or whatever movie you may like him in?
Like,
No,
despite him being a dick.
like Community.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna. I'm not the type of person to be like, okay, like you. It has to be R. Kelly levels of shit
Yes.
you've done.
Exactly.
yeah, for me to be like, okay, I'm not gonna, and I already didn't really even fuck with R. Kelly, but like,
Right.
if you have to do like serial for years, raping or murder, whatever the fuck, plus
Yeah.
complete denial. If it's someone who's like owned up to it and been like, hey, I'm sorry, I did this, I fucked up, then cool, I'll watch your shit again. If it's someone who's just, if they're just an asshole, all right, they're an asshole, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't watch this because this guy was mean to people. I don't give a fuck.
No, absolutely.
I've worked in an office where people were mean. I don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm not gonna ruin my entertainment value because someone was mean on set. Like, of course they are. All of them are.
Exactly. But if someone is just like a full-on shitty person and continuing
just
to
assume
like
they're
commit
all
crimes and
narcissists.
just deny that that's happening, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cosby, that was a real hit for me because like I loved Cosby so much growing up, and then it was like, damn. Ooh. I feel like there was like a good year period where I was just like, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's fine.
Yeah. I'm
There's
glad
like
I never got into Cosby.
There's a denial period. There's a grieving period to everybody who you loved growing up or loved coming into your own, that you find out something like this happened, and then you have to go through the 5 stages. Denial, one of them. That was serious.
Guys, this one is this one's controversial. So, what's the best possible potato-based side dish you can order from a fast food restaurant?
Strictly fast food?
Strictly fast food, yeah. Like anything that's like a chain.
McDonald's fries.
Yeah, just gotta go shoestring fries, something like that.
Okay.
Potato side.
Rally's fries, though.
Rally's
Rally's
fries.
fries
That's a
are
good
good.
choice too. Yeah.
I like Arby's fries.
you bark?
Actually. Oh,
Yeah,
Those are
Arby's
good.
are in fun shapes too.
The mashed potatoes and Cajun gravy from Popeyes.
Thank you. That is my one answer. That's the answer I say every time. It's that
But my
or
thing-
Good.
Wendy's seasoned potatoes in the morning.
but
Yeah.
Solid choice.
French fries should all be together.
What's that, Brandon?
Like the French fries encompass Curly's under the umbrella of French fries.
Oh no, but I'm talking fast food, like establishment specific. So you have to like
Okay.
choose. Yeah.
Okay.
Arby's too.
Arby's. That's a good answer.
I do love the.
I'd say Arby's or Rally's.
That's good. That's good.
Emmy's won forever at McDonald's.
All right, that's
Arby's
fair
is
too.
better, but I like McDonald's more.
McDonald's hash browns come up like every episode, but yeah,
Mm.
their
Those are
fries
pretty
are
good,
solid.
but
Their
they
fries-
don't
their fries are
ever
better than
like.
that.
They're not like an immediate thought ever.
Let's we'll go back to this one real quick. This is I'm not even sure how this works. What sound does this Russian letter make? This is one letter apparently, just twice.
PT, I don't know.
It says it's in.
What?
Oh, it's like an I. It's like an I sound.
In.
Syllable. Ill. I don't think that can be right.
Russia is wild.
It's nuts over there. Who knows what they're up to?
In Russia, in Soviet Russia, in is blue.
This is one Drew submitted. Drew wanted to know, have you ever seen the rain?
I forgot. I said
I mean, yeah. I feel like the better question is, can you stand the rain?
Can't do it. This I don't remember even putting this question down. There's no stakes in this at all, but pick an actor you like. I kind of like that.
Jamie Foxx was the first name to pop in my head.
Okay, that's fair. I want to see that new Netflix thing he's got, the Project, what is it, Project Power or something like that?
Is that like the show Power, but mixed with Project Runaway?
God, I hope so. No,
That'd be fun.
I think it's like a movie where like you can, it's like a Limitless type situation where you take a pill and then you have powers or something. And it's like Jamie
That's
Foxx and
neat.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's a good choice though. What about you, Brandon?
This is a tough one. because I want to go like niche. Like you want to pick the one, like Bill Hader before he was famous, and things like that. My favorite fucking actor. So I'm trying to think if there's somebody that when I'm like, where they're in it, I gotta see it.
Yeah.
I hate myself so much right now. I'm on Becky. Go, and then I'll come back with something.
You said Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right?
I didn't say that.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a movie with Jamie Foxx,
right,
on Netflix.
He's the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, right?
Yeah.
30 Rock from the Sun, yeah.
I love him. I want to marry him. I want to date him and make him breakfast.
Okay, let's get him on the call.
I want to point out how much of an asshole I am. I just tried to correct her with something completely wrong. I was like, it's not Third Rock from the Sun. It's 30 Rock from the Sun.
I noticed it, and I was like, all right, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer.
All right.
What
all right. I was overthinking. It's just an actor that you like. So this is a pretty well-established person, but Brad Pitt. And I say it for this reason. It's because I was like, what's the hype around Brad Pitt? Like maybe like 8 years ago. I'm like, he's been around ever since I can remember. He's good looking. You go to his IMDb page. I mean, he has the resume to back up the looks. I mean, he's been in some great, great movies and roles over the decade now.
Yeah.
No, he's very versatile.
He's very versatile. I mean, he's had his lulls. He's had that. But, I mean, can I just throw this out there? Will Smith hasn't done anything in 2 decades. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's very hard to be that established for that long.
That's a long time. I don't think you can fairly say that Will Smith has done nothing for 2
Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah, very much.
His son has a water company. I don't even know how you start a water company.
You just have to have a lot of bottles, I think.
Yes.
That's it.
I don't even know if I'm sure about that.
Jaden Smith has a water company?
Jaden, yeah, he's got like a whole water company.
There's a time, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, where I just had a just unreasonable distaste for Jaden Smith. I don't know why. I was just like, this guy, he's the one that's bothering me.
Do you know what? I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air last week.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking Will Smith growing up was like the coolest guy on the planet. When I was growing up, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, most beloved show, not the best, but most beloved show of all time in my opinion. TV. I never met a person that dislikes it. And I just think it's like I would never have predicted that he would have such like a weird family. Like back then, you see him like he's gonna have like the coolest family, like the coolest kids. His wife, it's just like she's like, I cheated on you. Jaden Smith's being weird. His daughter had that one song.
Yeah. Chris Fenner brings up his tweets. That's why Jaden Smith. I have no beef with Jaden Smith now. Now that I think he was on Fallon one time and he was like trying to rap and it made me feel sad.
Well, I'm glad that you and Jaden Smith have ended your beef.
Yeah, no, finally. And also, he was really good in the Get Down, the first season at least.
I love
Which brings me, oh, dude, me too. Which brings me to my actor, and I will bring him up just because I feel like he needs more visuals. This guy, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, is so goddamn good in every fucking thing that he's in. Like he's in Watchmen, and he's amazing. He's in Aquaman, which is amazing. Like, I mean, the movie's not amazing, but he's really good in it.
Yeah.
He's, like, in everything, and he's blowing up. He's in the new Candyman. I cannot fucking wait for that, which was supposed to be out by now, by the way. But, that's my answer to that. It looks incredible.
Yes.
All right, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to start closing it out, guys. What do you think? Let's go with this one. Funk, Marry, Kill, Shaggy, Scooby, Fred.
Is funk the same as fucking?
Or you just like get high with him or something?
More just like lightly grinding,
I
maybe
like that
listening
idea,
to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. It's no, exactly. You sit down and you listen to Parliament with them. So that's what that funk means.
Just sit down and listen to it with them.
No, but also have sex with them. So fuck,
Mhm.
marry, kill, Shaggy, Scooby, Fred.
Who's Fred? Fred Flintstone?
No, Fred
from
Fred from
Scooby Doo.
Is he the blonde guy?
Last name?
Yeah, he's the blonde guy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
All right, I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. I would kill Scooby because it's the only one of the three that dogs are one of the few relationships that you can euthanize, no questions asked. So,
Good point.
no cover up there.
Yeah.
Gonna funk Shaggy. Guys like that, they're packing. The tall, goofy guys like that.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna marry Fred for the money, obviously.
Yeah, if you wear an ascot, you probably have too much money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty good answer. Becky?
Marry Scooby because I don't want to fuck or kill him.
Yeah, fair.
Fuck Shaggy
Mm-hmm.
because Shag. And kill
Right.
Fred because he's just annoying. And I
Yeah.
don't remember who he is.
Yeah, if you can't even remember his face, you might as well kill him. Right. Martin, what do you got?
Okay, I'm going to funk Fred. I feel like there'd be a vibe. We're playing music. We're smoking a little bit. He's got the little ascot on, and then we're sitting on a couch. We start getting closer, and it's not like a weird kind of sexual thing. It's just like, oh, we're boys hanging out, and then he lays his head on my shoulder, and I'm like, all right, I see where oh, Fred, laying his head on my shoulder, and I kiss him on the forehead, and then he kisses.
Right.
We look at each other, start making out. Things happen. I'm gonna funk Fred. I guess I'd marry Scooby, but not in like a traditional marriage way, but like, this is my dog for life, like in the last Scooby Doo movie that came out.
Yeah.
And I'd kill Shaggy because I fucking hate hippies.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm going to go hide my green V-neck to keep myself safe. Yeah.
Please do.
Well, I think that's the last question, you guys. But yeah, we're just gonna keep this going right now, guys. If you've enjoyed the show at all 6, 8, 7, it's really hovering around there right now. If you've enjoyed the show at all, down below we have everyone's Venmos except for Brandon's because he doesn't deserve money because he's blurry now. So if you feel like anyone deserves some cash, please just throw them something because honestly, COVID is hard, for performers especially. We're all just out here trying to do the best that we can. So throw some cash. Did that sound super desperate? Didn't mean for that to happen. Also, follow Drew.
Brandon.
Yeah, it's sad for Brandon for sure. Also, follow Drew at Fancy User on Instagram, I believe.
Yeah.
Follow me at Squeeze Tweet because I tried to do some kind of branding thing several years ago when I didn't understand what that meant. Also, follow the Squeezecast page on Facebook if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching and everything. We're probably going to do some kind of an after party on Zoom if you guys are interested because that's the kind of thing we usually do on this show. Thank you so much for watching. Message me if you want to go to the after party or whatever. You know what? I had a lot of fun and I love you all. So thank you for doing
I love
the
you
show.
too, man.
Well, thank you.
It was really nice to see you.
Yeah, back at you. Put your hands for everybody on the show.
Hang out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good